Hi, my name is Summer Curran, and although I only played golf for Coach Lott for a year because I graduated in 1999, I was blessed with his friendship ever since. From supporting me when I worked at Greg Norman, to lending an ear when I needed someone to talk to giving advice when asked, to being a referral on job applications, and to appeasing me by having long conversations about women's sports as I drove down the road with a lot of windshield time, to attending SEC women's basketball games, and lastly, our final visit just a few weeks ago. I am forever thankful for those memories. Steve, you're a great coach and you are a great friend, and you will be deeply missed by many, but especially by me.
Hi, my name is Bianca Malone Lopez, WCU graduating class of 2007. Steve Lott invited me to come to Western Carolina University, and I came out the other side with so much more than I bargained for. Steve was the kind of coach that taught you how to read a green, strategize on the course, and be the best golfer you could be. But in that same moment, you wouldn't even realize he was silently learning how to read you so that he could also invest every moment of his time into molding you into the best young lady you could be. We all came to him as 17 and 18-year-old kids who had never been away from home. And we emerged as thoughtful, educated, responsible young women who were finally ready to go out into the world and make a mark for ourselves. Investing his time in us both on and off the course, Steve taught us integrity, time management, how to keep cool, calm, and collected in the face of every situation. He taught us there was so much more beyond the world of golf and that education was the key. He pushed us to be the best we could be in the classroom, put our team on the map nationally for academic accolades, while simultaneously raising the bar each day on the course. But it didn't stop with just us. Every single person that ever met Steve felt his love and couldn't help but cast a smile and shift their ears to take in what he had to say. There are infinite number of stories to share, antics to laugh at, and songs to sing that will remind you of Steve Lott and his presence in your life. When I look back at times in college and after, I can't help but think of something Steve said. He was there for me during the darkest and lightest of times. He remained a dear friend until the end, and he will remain the same in my heart and memory forever. The impact of Steve's passing is an earthquake in all of our hearts. My coach, my mentor, my friend, my dad away from dad. You're eternally missed and can never be forgotten. Rest easy until we meet again. We doggy.
My name's Brooke Stillman. I was at WCU from 1998 to 2002. Steve and I started at the same time. I was a walk-on who had never played high school golf. I had only played local tournaments. Steve often joked with me about my recruiting video where I was wearing basketball shorts, a cutoff tee, no golf shoes, and a visor. From that video, he nicknamed me Visor Girl, and that stuck with me for my whole 4 years. He taught me so much about the game of golf and also about life. I was 13 hours away from home, and I did not know anyone. But Steve and I quickly grew close. We would go to basketball games, soccer games, volleyball games. We spent a lot of time outside of golf, just hanging out, chatting, and enjoying each other's company. He gave me a lot of confidence and helped me flourish, and I know that he has had a lasting impact on not only my life, but on everyone else's. My fondest memory of Steve will always be the chapstick.
Hey, this is Erica Brennan, and I had the distinct honor to play for Coach Lott from 2003 to 2006. Simply put, Coach Lott was an incredible man. He had this uncanny way of making you believe that you had known him for years, even after a first interaction. I remember being on a recruiting visit and him talking to my parents and saying, hey, we're gonna take care of your daughter. And he did that. The growth and development that I experienced under Coach Lott is something that can't be overstated. He deeply, deeply believed in his players, and that extended far beyond what kind of score you shot. He really got to the root of it. He wanted you to be on a journey of becoming a better person. His sense of humor was fabulous. He used to always have this joke when the song "Who Are You" came on, and for 3 straight years we heard the same joke: who sings this song? Who sings this song? And of course the answer is The Who. But that was a joke that he went back to many times. I also always appreciated the fact that Coach Lott was never in a rush. Anytime it was cold when we were at practice, he was the first one to make sure that we had time to stop at the gas station coming back from Waynesville, get a cappuccino. He loved that. He loved his people fiercely, wholly, and completely. And I would not be a college coach right now if it wasn't for Steve Lott. An incredible man, an incredible husband, an incredible coach. You will be missed, Coach, but we will continue your legacy of loving people well, loving people completely, and meeting them where they are. I love you, Coach.
Short message from Sweden. Thank you, Coach, for giving me the opportunity to be the pioneer Swedish golfer on your team, one of many Swedes to come. We had 2 fantastic years at Western, the best years of my college career. And also, I got to meet you and Mickey in Stockholm, and to have you meet my husband and children was truly something special. Again, thank you.
Hi, I am Tiffany Schisler, and I played at Western Carolina from 2006 to 2011. So I was there for Steve's last 4 years. I met Steve in an interesting way. I walked onto the team in such a way that my mom and I met him at his usual spot at the Mad Batter, having his coffee in the morning, to just show him a video of my golf swing. And that was during freshman orientation. He emailed me later on in the summer saying, "You're on the team." I got a few words I wrote down about just how Coach touched us all. You taught us lessons that reached far beyond the fairways. You showed me how to slow down and really see the beauty around me and to find patience not just on the course but in life. You reminded us that golf, like life, isn't about perfection. It's about presence, gratitude, and grace. Your genuine care and calm spirit and your love for the game and the people in it left a mark on every one of us. And when something went just right, we could always count on hearing that joyful wee doggy, a sound that will forever make us smile. Thank you for being a coach, a mentor, and a friend. Here's to you, Coach. May your next round be played on the most peaceful greens.
Hi, my name is Brandy Anderson. I played golf at Western from 2002 to 2006. I'll forever be grateful for Steve's mentorship, leadership, and support during my 4 years at Western and far beyond that. He was such an advocate for women's sports, women's golf in particular, and always ensured we had everything we needed, even on a tight budget. He always knew the right things to say in a tough situation, on the golf course and off the golf course. After my first semester at Western, I was still culture shocked and homesick, ready to head back to Florida. Steve didn't agree with that decision and convinced me to stay. For that, I am thankful for as well, and allowing me to spend the best 4 years of my life playing golf alongside some wonderful golfers and having the opportunity to be mentored by Steve. I rarely can hit a chip shot in the air without hearing him tell me to take out my 8 or 9 iron and hit the bump and run. Thank you, Steve, for all your love, support. Rest easy, my friend.
Hi, my name's Rebecca Twiner Hastings, and I played for Coach Lott from 2000 to 2004. Just over a week ago, the world lost a true rock star, my college golf coach and friend for life, Coach Lott. He didn't just teach me how to hit a clutch shot, how to read a green. He taught me about life, character, and perseverance. From my recruiting visit to seeing a white squirrel, to always making sure the medical bag had a bottle of Pepto-Bismol for me, to every memory after, Coach impacted my life in ways that I could never fully express. When I left home for college, he became like a dad to me, checking in on me, inviting me to dinner, making sure I was okay. I was 8 hours away from my family at 18 years old, and that was really tough for me. But my parents, they loved him, and they were very thankful and knew that I was in great hands under Coach Lott. He believed in me when it mattered most, giving me the chance to help build Western Carolina's women's golf program. No one knew who Western was back then, but guess what? It didn't take long before they knew we came to play. Coach had a gift for making everyone feel seen and valued. He believed in people, pushed them to be their best, and always brought laughter even after a tough round. His influence shaped me as a person, a competitor, and a friend. I'll always be thankful for the bond that he shared with my oldest son, who he cared like he was one of his. Coach gave endlessly, cared deeply, and lived with a heart full of kindness. His legacy isn't in trophies and scorecards, but in the lives that he touched, and I'm very proud to be one of those lives. Rest easy, Coach. Thank you for your lessons and laughter and lifelong friendship. You will always be a part of my story. Wee doggy. I love you, Coach Lott.